Hey there guys, it's Mo and I'm back for another video for you lot today. I know it's been a very long time since my last video. I'm very sorry about that. I had a few internet issues. I don't have Wi-Fi for like 2 weeks. Couldn't get any gameplay, couldn't do anything. And then, Christmas period with family, it was hard for me to get a video out. But I'm back with another video and a squad builder, seeing that a lot of you like my squad builders, especially my 300k one. So I'm coming back with another big squad builder, around about the 250 mark, I would say, or maybe more, maybe less. I'll put it in the title anyway for you. But with that all being said, let's get right into this video. And starting off, we're going to go with a formation of 4-1-2-1-2, guys. If any of you play FUT Champions or just, FUT Draft, if anyone's lucky to get this formation, or in just normal seasons, it is a very overpowered formation. At the start of FIFA, you'd see a lot of people using this here, 4-3-2-1, which my squad builders were based on as well. But now everyone's moved to this hype after the patch, and it's honestly worth it. If you haven't tried this formation out, it's definitely worth a shout. So starting off in goal, we've got Asmir Begovic. Now, he is a cheap goalkeeper in the BPL, which is absolutely amazing. In my opinion, I haven't tried De Gea yet, but that's the only keeper, and Neuer, that I haven't tried. But after like Courtois, Butland, everyone, Oblak, everyone, this guy beats everyone in this position. I enjoy him so much. Even when I'm building any kind of squad, I try fitting him in with strong link to Chelsea or something like that. He is absolutely amazing because of that 6'7" height. As you can see, he doesn't get chipped, I'll tell you that. And when in like penalties or when he's just trying to dive for the ball, he's so big that he covers nearly half the goal. So the striker has to have a really good shot, or in a good position to score. It's not like he'll go in from anywhere. And that's what I really like about Asmir Begovic. Very cheap as well on the market right now. At right back, we're going with Kyle Walker, and on the left back, we are gonna go with Luke Shaw. Now, Luke Shaw and Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker for me is the best right back in the game, hands down. Best like winger in the game, like half-back winger in the game as well, hands down. He is so good. This card is so good with a sentinel, however you want to say it, that I've got on him. Even though he's got that high medium, just sometimes like you see the striker Dybala, Griezmann break through your defense. A few good passes from the opposition. You're like, oh, is he gonna score? What's gonna happen? Just Kyle Walker comes out of nowhere with that pace, and he's got the physical to go with it. So he barges Griezmann off the ball, gets the ball, then he can turn as well, and then I can accelerate down the wing because he has that pace and his stamina's up as well. And with Luke Shaw, it was kind of the same. I've got an anchor card on him, so it ups his pace, defending, and physical. Now with him, when I first tried him out, I was actually not very happy with him. I was like, that's not a good card, because when I was coming up against him, he was so good. So I was like, alright, I'll give him a try, I'll give him a shout, and he just went up to it for me. I don't know if it was a squad that I built around him or not, but since I've got him in this squad for 13 games, mostly throughout FUT Champions, I built this team like 10 games into FUT Champions, and I only lost like 3 games in playing 20, I think. So literally all my wins came out from this team, and you'll see why when we carry on. But in this team, he really played well. I really enjoyed using him, but I would recommend you get this card with Anchor on, because Chem Styles, I feel they do a lot this year, so Anchor on him is very important, and so is for every other defender or player in this team. I've handpicked out what Chem style suits them the best. Like for Chris Smalling and Otamendi, that we're going to move on to right now, I put that Anchor for both of them because it ups his pace something like 77, his defending up to like 90, and his physical up to like 89. And that card, when you put on paper, is absolutely amazing. With Otamendi, whenever I played against him, he would like leave a gap in defense, so I never opt to buy him for my own team. I tried out Alderweireld, I tried out Company, I tried out Bailly. I felt like he was good, but some games he would just go missing. So I was like, why not just try Otamendi? And he's been very solid at the back because of that pace and that defending and physical also being high. He's very good, especially when you come up against fast strikers that are like good on the ball, like Dybala or Aguero, Griezmann, Ronaldo, Neymar, Bale. Any of these that have got good dribbling, he can cope with them well because of those three stats are very key on this card. I really enjoyed him. I think I still need to play a few more games until I can recommend him, because he was a bit up and down, but I think like after the 20 game mark I can do a full overall rating on if I'll use him in my next PPL team or not. Moving on to Chris Smalling, enough said about this guy. I think I played like 500 games on Ultimate Team this year. And I think about in like 450 of them he's been the centre back for the other guy's team. Enough said about him. He's really good. Medium high work rates. He's just a monster. Sometimes he does go missing, but that's why like Otamendi, with him and Bailly, I felt like they will both go missing in the same game. But with Otamendi and Smalling, I feel like one of them goes missing, but the other one doesn't. So the other one's always covering. And obviously you don't want any of your defenders to go missing, but that's the thing with foot. If you go up against a good player that can play it around, string a few passes, it don't matter who you got on defense. Even if you got like Tim De Gea, Ramos, or whoever's going to be Tim De Gea in a few weeks, they'll still get past it. Just defending is some of the thing that's left with hope and how good you really are at tackling or your timing. But with enough of that being said, we move on to the CDM position, which is actually not a CDM. It is a centre mid, the first one, and it's Gundogan. And you're thinking, why am I playing Gundogan in CDM? Well, you see in a minute. Now, Gundogan in this position, I think, in player ratings and stats and that, I think he starts off as an 83 because he is in a CDM position, but that honestly doesn't affect this guy. Look at his dribbling. He's got 87 dribbling with 84 passing. I've got a hawk on him, which improves his pass, shot, and physical, which I think takes up to like 81 pace, 80, near 80 shooting, and near 80 physical. And that, when you look at it, that's a very well-rounded card. Now, I only played 36k. I'd honestly think it was more when I was like picking up centre mids. I was like, him, Torre. Saw Torre for like 70k, and I saw him for like 36. I was like, definitely got to try this card out. He looks very good this year. In the other CM position, we have got one of my recently favourite players in this game, and it is Sami Khedira. And I honestly don't know why I enjoy him so much. I mean, he's got good defending, good physical, 70s in passing, shot, and dribbling. So I added a pace, dribbling, and passing, just to, make him a more well-rounded centre mid, because I thought his defensive and physical was already high enough for a CDM anyway. I don't want my CDM to be too defensive. Sometimes you find your CDM in a more attacking role than your strikers, which happened for Sami Khedira because he scored 4 goals for me. When you're all out attack, or just sometimes in a game when you string a few passes, the CDM is suddenly in an attacking position. And I'm saying CDM is because when we get in the match, I'll show you exactly what I do to this team to change it around. In the left centre mid position, we have got, if I can find him, let's just go midfielders. Wayne Rooney, and pardon me. When I first came up against this card on Ultimate Team, I was like, it was like the first time I've ever come up against. I was like, Wayne Rooney? Wow, why is this guy playing Wayne Rooney? I was like, what? And then I played against him, and he was so good. I was like, wow, this is a really good card. So I picked him up, and I used him for one of my other squad builders, and I enjoyed him. But then I sold him on, I built a new squad, and then when I was like, I had money there, 300k sitting in my squad, I was like, I need to build a squad builder. I was like, Rooney has to be in it again, and I want to add a bit of BPL in it. So I added him in. He's just so good, guys. His physical, I enjoy so much. He's just so well at holding L2, holding off the ball, waiting for players to run on, and on the defensive side, you see that medium high. On the defensive side, in some games, he comes in big. When you're under the pressure, Rooney's suddenly there, and he's barging a player off. And when he does push in for attacking, he's got 84 shooting, like crazy positioning and crazy long shots. So you can even bang it with him and it'll go in half the time, because Rooney was started off as a striker. So he's such a well-rounded CM, and I ain't even changed him. He's still a cam for me. But moving on to cam position is Lanzini, which you're like, Lanzini? Why is it Lanzini? Which actually, he hasn't played 13 games for me, but he did score 1 goal. The guy just passed it to me from kickoff, and his keeper was like, off his line, so I just chipped, and I was like, well, yeah, why not? But you see why he's not in the team in a second. You know, I haven't used him, to be honest. I can't really give him a big shout out of such. But I don't know, if you can't afford the cam that I'm gonna bring on for him, then Lanzini or Pareja, it can suit that position as well. It really doesn't matter. On the right striker though, we have Gonzalo Higuain with high medium work rates, which come in very effectively in a game, and I'll explain why in a second. I've got a hunter card in him because obviously I wanted his pace to go up, and I looked at that passing and I was like, 68 passing, am I happy with that? Should I put a catalyst on him to up his passing and his pace? But I sat there and I thought to myself, I'm going to pass to Higuain in positions where I want him to score. That's why I paid 70k for him. I bought him for a guy that I want to score goals with. You know, I'm not buying him for him to play centre mid for me or dribble past players. I bought him on the sole purpose that when I feed him the ball with all my centre mids or my other striker, for him to finish it. So that's why I went with the hunter card, which ups his shooting to like 95 and ups his pace to like 91, I would say, because it adds 12. I really enjoy this card, to be honest. I like these kind of strikers. I like Edin Dzeko, I like Aduriz Milik, I like him, I like Costa, I like Zlatan. I like these big players with good physical and brilliant finishing, because with my style of play, I think I concentrate more on the midfield. I build up the play, and when it gets to the striker, I just want him to finish it. I want him to be strong and for him to finish it. I do, however, have a fast striker next to my slow striker, next to my physical striker, because in some games, just players like Higuain get, they get like zoned out by Eric Bailly or a really fast defender. That's why I have the striker that you're about to see sitting on the other side. But in some games, it's the exact opposite. The guy that I'm playing against is focusing more on my fast striker, like, wow, he's really good, rather than on Higuain, because he's like, oh, Higuain's got 80 pace, so he ain't going to do, anything against me. And he just pops in and, he's really good. Honestly, if you have a Serie A team, he's not even that expensive. I recommend you check him out. And this position, we're going with a left forward in the name of Anthony Martial. Oops, I just backed out. Anthony Martial, I cannot praise this guy enough. He is honestly one of the best players I've played with. I packed him in a 2-players pack and I have 105 games. He's literally been on every team since I packed him in that 2-player pack. He is so bloody damn good. Because look at that, 76 physical with 79 shooting, 70 passing, 87 dribbling, 91 pace. That is just such a well-rounded card. And with this, I've gone with a finisher to up his shot and physical, because I want him to be strong, because he's already got that pace, so I don't need to add a pace to get him to 99. I think that's pointless, because there's like defenders catching up to him anyway, so what's the point? Up his physical so he can hold off the defender when he's caught up to him, and up his shooting so when he gets in the box he can finish it. And trust me, he can finish it, especially like when you go across the goal or low driven shots. He is so good at them. But I definitely recommend, even if you're playing him at left forward, but I honestly recommend you try him at strike. With that all being said, we are left with one position, which is Hatem Ben Arfa, which as soon as the game starts, this is what I do in-game, guys. Lanzini comes off for Ben Arfa straight away. Gundogan goes here for Khedira, and I've already got player instructions on on my Walker before I go into the game, which says stay back while attacking, and my Shaw, which says stay back while attacking. And in the game, I go into instructions and I put Khedira on stay back while attacking. And this is how my team lines up when I go into a game. So Lanzini comes off straight away, Khedira drops into CDM position, he stays on stay back while attacking, and Ben Arfa comes on up in cam. And Ben Arfa, I can honestly, he is one of the best cards I've used this year. Hands down, he is one of the best cards I've used this year. He is so good. Look at that, high-low. You barely find him in your own box, and that's what you want. That's what I want for my cam, especially in this team, because I've got Gundogan, Rooney, Khedira, players that drop back, and I want my cam to stay up, help my strike. I don't want it to be 4 against 2. I want it to be 4 against 3, make it more even. And this is what this guy brings. He's just so well-rounded, and I added passing, dribbling, and pace, I believe, which ups his pace to around about 90-ish, ups his dribbling to around like 96, and his passing gets up to like 87. So he proves he like puts them through long balls and through balls in. But the reason why I love this card is because look at that. He's played 13 games for me and he scored 9 goals. Yeah, and then look at this. Higuain has played 13 games for me and scored 7 goals. Who else has only played? Rooney's played 13 games for me and scored 2 goals. Gundogan, 13 games, 4 goals. You know, all these players, like 13 games, a few goals. He's got more goals than my striker, and that's what he brings. He makes these like darting runs just suddenly, or like finds himself in his position is very good. He finds himself in some positions where if you just bang it with him, no keeper will save it. His curve shots, his long shots, they're just so good, and that's why I recommend Ben Arfa in any team. If you've got a French team, you can just fit him in. I definitely recommend it. But this is how the team looks before we go in, and this is how it looks afterwards, guys. If I can fix it, there we go. But this is the team, guys. I do recommend you build it. I really enjoy it. It's a really good team. It's a really nice team. But obviously, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be back with another video. You know, leave comments on suggestions on what I should do next time, and what I should do, what I did wrong in this video, and all that. And obviously, I'd love it. But thank you. Hopefully, we'll be back with the regular uploads. I'm not really sure. You know, exams this year. Anytime that I find myself spare and free, like today, I'll definitely put a video out for you lot. But with that,
Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Veron, Suarez, Van Basten, Gianluigi Buffon, Xavi, Iniesta, Drogba, Hazard, Tevez, Schweinsteiger, Steven Gerrard, Alessandro Del Piero, Neymar Forlan, Özil, Nakata, Jean-Pierre Papin, Ballack, Van Persie, Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, but the strongest of them all.